So, we ran our first session of Money Matters on last Thursday night, and I thought I was actually teaching a financial education game. What I wasn't expecting was the feedback I got out of that session. Let me tell you more. What I thought people would learn was about funds, about portfolios, diversification, market cycles, all the technical stuff, which I spent a lot of time building into that game. What I actually learned was that people actually enjoyed learning about uncertainty, about allocation, about decision making, and on top of all that, the emotions running through them when making those decisions. And suddenly I realized the game isn't simulating just investing, the game is simulating life. You never know the next dice roll, just like you don't know what's going to happen next in life. New information arrives, new things happen, things change, and then you adapt. That is investing, that is business, that's also parenting, and that's also entrepreneurship. So what I realized is that this game has become a summarization of my life experiences so far, and there are things that I want to share with everybody who plays the game, and that involves making decisions without knowing what's going to happen next. And I had intended for this video to be a bit of a longer video, but knowing what just happened last week, there's a lot for me to reflect on, and there's a lot of things that I want to add into the game, but I got to make sure that I keep myself balanced because as of yet, Money Matters is still a game. It's not anything more than that. I wish it could be, but I still have to make sure that my other areas of life is balanced. My business, my trading business, my advisory business, and my family as well. And to that, there's a lot of things happening, a lot of changes coming up. And it's just a season where when you start one thing, something else continues to come along, another change comes along, and you end up having just to deal with it, just to manage, just to keep moving. And that's what I think this week's video is about. It's about making a better decision to keep continuing, to keep moving while you don't know what the end result would be. Because there are times that you think that A has happened and you think that's the worst thing that could have happened to me, like any other outcome would have been better. But if A did not happen, life would not turn out the way it did to be better. So there's always a hidden blessing behind everything. And that's what I think Money Matters was actually meant to communicate. So we're going to keep building that. We're going to keep doing the things we're doing, except with more intention. So maybe that's one thing that we need to build into that simulation. Intention. What is your end goal? What do you want to do? So I just want to end this video by saying that the pilot is not the end of the project. It's the pilot after all. It's the first time that the project actually talked back. I got a very good amount of feedback, some positive, some critical criticism about the game, and also feedback about are you doing the right thing for your time, because you don't have much time left. You're turning into 40, and this is the last decade that you're supposed to make something meaningful out of your life. So I take all that with great appreciation, because the people that told me do appreciate, do care about me. That's what I'm trying to say. And because they care about me, I do actually appreciate that feedback, and I'm trying to make sure that I don't waste my time either. So with that all said, I think it's a wrap. We'll see you in the next one. Road to better decisions. This is Lots of Growth.